In a quiet village surrounded by rolling hills, there lived a man named Nico. Unlike the hard-working villagers, Nico despised labor. He spent his days wandering aimlessly, hoping to find food without effort. While others tilled their fields and earned their living, he waited for fortune to favor him. One morning, desperate with hunger, Nico spotted a lush apple orchard. Seeing no one around, he reached for an apple. But before he could pluck it, a furious farmer came running toward him. Heart pounding, Nico fled into the nearby forest, disappearing among the dense trees. As he caught his breath, Nico noticed something peculiar. Not far from where he stood, a wolf crawled across the forest floor. But this was no ordinary wolf. It had only 2 legs. Nico watched in astonishment. How did this creature survive? It couldn't hunt or escape predators, yet it looked healthy and content. Suddenly, the bushes rustled. Nico's body tensed as a majestic lion emerged, carrying a large piece of meat. Fearful for his life, he quickly climbed a tree. But to his amazement, the lion did not attack the helpless wolf. Instead, it placed the meat beside it and walked away. Nico's eyes widened. This must be a sign, he thought. God takes care of all his creatures. If he provides for a crippled wolf, surely he has a plan for me too. Inspired by what he had witnessed, Nico decided that he too would wait for divine provision. Instead of working for food, he sat beneath a tree, convinced that sustenance would come to him as it had for the wolf. Hours passed, then an entire day. By the second day, his stomach ached with hunger, but he remained firm in his belief. Surely, if the wolf had been provided for, so would he. On the third day, exhausted and starving, Nico finally gave up. Confused and disheartened, he dragged himself toward the village, questioning why God had not shown him the same mercy. On his way, he encountered an old sage meditating beneath a banyan tree. Desperate for answers, he told the sage everything he had seen and asked, "Why did God provide for the crippled wolf but leave me to starve?" The sage studied him for a moment and then smiled. "My son," he said gently, "you misunderstood the lesson. You were never meant to be the wolf. You were meant to be the lion." Nico blinked in surprise. "The wolf relies on the kindness of others," the sage continued, "but the lion, strong and capable, gives without expecting anything in return. God showed you that sight not to encourage you to wait for handouts, but to inspire you to be the one who provides, to be a leader, not a beggar." The realization struck Nico like lightning. He had spent his life seeking shortcuts, believing he was entitled to an easy existence. But the truth was, strength came not from waiting, but from rising, working, and becoming someone others could depend on. With a renewed sense of purpose, Nico returned to his village, determined to change his ways. No longer searching for favors, he embraced work, learned new skills, and became someone who could offer rather than just receive. Life gives us signs, but it is up to us to interpret them wisely. Some choose to wait, hoping for miracles. Others take action, becoming the ones who create miracles for others. So ask yourself, are you waiting for life to provide for you? Or will you rise and become the provider? Will you be the wolf or the lion?